Hi everybody, it's Carla from Casey Creates. I just wanted to make a quick video and say happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I hope you're spending time with your family today and that it'll be a special day. I was feeling really somber yesterday, thinking about all the people that are without their loved ones due to tragedy, and I just wanted to remind you to pray for them because it won't be such a happy holiday for them, and we are feeling really blessed that we're all together and safe. So I'm making a pumpkin pie. We're having guests that'll probably look for a pumpkin pie. We tend to use to make sweet potato pie, but I like to make sure I have what people would expect to see on their Thanksgiving table. And I'll let you in on a secret. I do shortcuts more for Thanksgiving than I do other meals, so I'm using a boxed pie crust. The ones that are already made and rolled out, my sister and I both agree they tend to leave a bit of an aftertaste. Let me get some flour. So this box crust is as easy as it gets. You just add 2 tablespoons of ice water, which is what I had in here, and then you roll it out. So I'm gonna roll this one out. I think this is probably, I think it says it's supposed to make a double crust, but I want to make it so that it's not too thin. So I'm going to roll this out, and hopefully it will not stick. It's sticking a little. And I just thought I'd chat with you for a minute. So it's been a second Thanksgiving now that we're not with our normal group of family. It's just our 4, and then we're having people over that didn't have a place to be, which is what we love to do. But then we're also doing it again tomorrow for friends that are just might as well be family by choice, and those are the best, right? So I'm gonna do Thanksgiving twice. I have lots going on over here. I'll show you some vegetables that I'm gonna roast. This is broccoli, cauliflower, and I found orange cauliflower at Sprouts. This is fresh, and this is my shortcut thing again. Frozen broccoli florets and cauliflower, and I'm just gonna roast them in the oven, and once the water evaporates enough, you just put olive oil, salt, lemon juice, garlic, whatever you want, and then roast them again, and they get kind of caramelized and yummy, and no one knows that they weren't fresh. They taste just as good. So I've got that ready to roast. I have my pie crust rolled out here. And what I'm going to do is just kind of roll it up and stick it in the fridge now until I mix up my my filling. And for the filling, I don't know about you, but I don't think you're gonna want to see my hands all covered with flour, so I'm gonna clean that off. Okay. And for the filling, again, I'm doing another shortcut. I'm doing canned pumpkin. I don't know too many people that make their pumpkin pie from a fresh pumpkin pie pumpkin. I know you can. And I guess I have years and years ago, but this one will taste just as good from a can. So I'm gonna put in my pumpkin pie filling. It's just plain pumpkin, it's not seasoned. So I'm gonna follow the recipe on the back of the can, which calls for cinnamon. I put it on these little pieces of wax paper, trying to look professional. And then this is nutmeg and clove. I ground it with a nutmeg thingy on my grater. And then it calls for a ½ teaspoon of salt and a ½ teaspoon of ginger. And then instead of having to measure out sugar and evaporated milk, I'm just gonna use sweetened condensed milk. I love this stuff. It tastes so good. And I'm using a, what size can is this? I don't know. 8-ounce can maybe? And then it calls for 2 eggs. So 2 large eggs. So couldn't get any easier than that. It doesn't call for vanilla extract. I wonder if I should. Sorry everyone, I just knocked my camera over. Are you still there? You're still there. Yay. Okay. So I'm just gonna mix this up real quick. Bear with me. My family just ran an errand, so I thought, oh, this is a good chance for me to just jump on and say Happy Thanksgiving. So I'm just gonna give it a little stir with my spatula and then mix it a little bit with my mixer. I really think that's all it needs. So do you all eat early or do you eat late? We normally eat around 2, but the guests that we're inviting prefer a little later, so we're going to have them at 4 and we're going to eat at 5, which is a little later than usual. I'm just going to use one of these aluminum pans. And I'm just going to unpeel my pie crust and put it in. And hopefully make it somewhat pretty. I was told never stretch your pie dough because it will just creep back up to a small size. So I'm just kind of peeling off the edges. And then I'm gonna make some pretty little leaf shapes out of the scrap dough. I of course love working with dough because it reminds me of clay. And I've got a couple other videos where I'm making pie crust or doing something that involves crust or dough. So I have an apple pie too. So today's desserts are just real traditional, an apple pie and a pumpkin pie. There'll be 8 of us here. And then I'm also going to make little acorn shaped cake balls. I already have the filling made. We just have to shape them and dip them. Ethan and I are going to do that together as just some together time for fun. I'm sorry I walked away. I was looking for my little leaf cutter. Oh well. I'll use the bigger cutters. That way they might show up better in the video anyway. I have mini ones. Of course, I can't find them right this minute. And I don't want to make this too terribly long. Okay, so here's my pie. I'm gonna poke some holes just to vent it a little bit. And then I'm gonna start baking it at a high temperature and then turn it down. And actually, I can probably fit all of this. I can. Okay, it's not too full. I'll just bake it on top of a cookie sheet to make sure if it drips, I catch all the drips. And then basically I just cut out my leaf shapes like this. That one didn't cut very well, but I'll show you. And then you can just lay them around the edge. I'm going to put them on a little bit later because I don't want them to burn. But I'll show you. So I have a maple leaf shape and I have an oak leaf shape. And you can basically just put them all around the edges of your pie, kind of like this. And it makes a really pretty trim for the edge of your pie. So see how quick that whipped up? I have a pumpkin pie ready to go in the oven. I gotta find my cookie sheet. It's here somewhere. Anyway, so I'm gonna get this in the oven. I'm gonna bake it. What time is it? It is Pacific time. It is 12:45, so it's 1:45 here. And I've got some Hallmark channels on in the background, so I think I'm gonna get a cup of coffee and sit down and take a little rest. I'm having a good time because this is one of the things I love to do the most, which is bake. I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.